Dermatology Center, and we're lucky enough to have Brian here with us today to share his skin cancer story as part of the Canadian Dermatology Association's National Sun Awareness Month campaign. So Brian, could you tell us a little bit about yourself and your diagnosis?
Yeah, absolutely. So I had a melanoma stage 0. 6 months prior to being diagnosed, my mother-in-law suggested she saw my moles that I had on my skin. She said, you should get them checked out. So I got them checked out. Didn't turn out to be anything, but when I came here to the Canadian Dermatology Center, I was told if they ever grow more than a millimeter per month or they look funny, just let us know. So I came back 6 months later, and I was concerned about it, and it didn't seem to be anything at first. And the doctor who saw me, the dermatologist, she said, look, they will never turn cancerous. These absolutely can never get cancerous. But if it's bothering you mentally, we can get it removed. And then she did the biopsy, and it turned out to be cancerous.
Yeah, I think that's like such an important message, that sometimes things can not follow the exact criteria for what a typical melanoma looks like. So if the patient feels that it's changing or there's something not right about it, it's important to take that biopsy, because sometimes you can be surprised. And you're someone who's had a lot of sun exposure in the past. Can you talk about that?
Absolutely. So I was born and raised in Buenos Aires, Argentina. I've been in Canada for 18 and a half years. Always loved the sun, and I come from a culture where, I mean, if you don't look like a red lobster when you go to the beach, you're dumb, I guess. That's part of our culture. The darker you are, the more you enjoy your summer vacation, right? And yeah, if you can avoid wearing sunscreen, amazing. No, by the way, I mean the opposite. So, but that was our culture. And sure, my parents tried to take care of me, look after me, but you know, we're young, we don't care. And there was this one time when I was 17 years old when I passed out after a night of partying, you know, went to the beach, passed out at 6 a.m. and woke up at noon. And I basically stayed still on the sand with my hand on my abdomen. And when I woke up 6 hours later, there was the silhouette of my hand on my abdomen. That silhouette stayed like that for like 10 plus years, to the point that I became known for having that hand, and everybody wanted to see my skin.
Oh my goodness.
Yeah.
So now how has your behavior changed, and what would you like to tell other people about good sun protective behaviors and what to do if they notice changes?
Yeah, so this is quite recent for me, but now I'm a lot more conscious about this, starting to wear sunscreen on a regular basis. It's part of what we have to do to protect ourselves. Being a lot more aware makes me, I guess, not just expose myself to the sun if I can avoid it. And I will have to look after myself because I don't want a repeat of this.
For sure, and you've got a young family,
Yeah,
and
absolutely.
you want to protect your kids too, and protect yourself, so that this doesn't happen again. And you know, you'll be seen every 6 months at our center.
Yeah.
And you know, fortunately, you were able to, you know, when that lesion was identified, see our plastic surgeon right away to have your re-excision done. And so fortunately it was caught very early, and a lot of it was because you noticed that change. So that's really important. When you got the news, how did you feel when you heard that it was in fact a melanoma? Did you know about melanoma, or you?
I didn't know what it was. Well, thankfully, Dr. Blakey, she kept me calm, I have to say, but at the same time, you have a certain feeling inside, like, am I going to die from this? Is this going to, what's going to happen? But she said, you know what, we're going to see you tomorrow. So the center, the Canadian Dermatology Center, really accommodated me to act on it as quickly as possible. It was a stage 0, so it couldn't have been caught earlier, which is amazing.
Yeah.
They just took care of me, but you have this feeling like, is this going to spread? Is this going to cause any other side effects?
Yeah. How do you feel now? Like,
I feel better now. I feel like if nothing had happened, in the sense that, okay, I'm back to 0. Now I have to look after myself. Now I know that these things happen, but
for sure.
but I feel well.
Yeah, good. That's good. And you're in good hands here. We will encourage you to continue to practice sun-safe behaviors and examine your skin on your own. And we'll see you routinely every 6 months to examine your moles. I think it's important to go over what to look for in your moles. Dermatologists, we say the A, B, C, D, E. So A is asymmetry, B is fuzzy borders, C is color, D is big diameter, and E is the most important one, evolving, which is what you noted and what really helped you advocate for yourself. Like, it's changing, so you need to get it biopsied. So if you see something, if you're not sure about it, see your doctor, see a board certified dermatologist, get it checked out, advocate for yourself. Skin cancer is the most preventable type of cancer. If you prevent the sun exposures, the likelihood of developing it is much less. And if you do have a lesion, if it's detected early, the prognosis is excellent. It's when people wait that you hear those difficult stories most of the time. So thank you so much for sharing your story. And for more information about melanoma and how to check your skin, go to dermatology.ca for some excellent resources.